This is Luke Bryan, and watch close. I gotta see that again. Did Mr. Nice Guy Luke Bryan just... Oh, he sure did. But why? Well, if you look at this incident from Luke's perspective, you begin to understand what happened. I'm Addison Hager, and with Billy Dukes, we're featuring country artists who fought back. And in many cases, we mean literally. Luke was playing Charlie Daniels' Volunteer Jam in 2016 when he walked past a fan and, this time, watched the guy in the black. He's hard to see under that white spotlight, but for no reason at all, he was giving Luke the middle finger at a charity show. We would never say a fan deserves to be hit, but...
I might say it. That guy crossed the line. Time and place, y'all. Time and place.
That reminds me of a very recent artist-fan interaction.
These girls are worried about their selfie and not listening to the song. It's pissing me off a little bit.
We've talked about this a lot, but Miranda shut this down because these women decided to selfie during the most intimate moment of the show. When you buy that ticket, you're agreeing to a certain decorum. Choose your selfies wisely, and don't bring a beach ball.
And now a quick PSA, don't mess with Toby Keith in concert. This is an old video, and frankly, we're not sure what led to this, but Toby got real aggressive with a fan.
Don't mess with Chris Janson either.
Yeah, tough guy, get out. You're out. You're out. Get the out of here.
That was from a 2023 concert and was shocking because Chris is not that guy. We actually asked him about this incident, and he was really honest and maybe even a little appreciative to explain.
It's interesting when it happened because in my mind I'm thinking, I don't want to be doing this, and these people don't want this, and I don't want this.
Right.
I got a show to do here, man.
Yeah.
And I usually never break cue or code, but I just had enough. And you're just not gonna disrespect me or my family like that. I'm just not gonna take it.
Sometimes it seems like the tougher fans think you are, the more willing they are to try to fight you. Ask Aaron Lewis.
That yellow line right there that runs along that stage, that's your side. This is my side. You step into my side, I can't promise you as to what the is going to happen to you.
Yep, there's a line. And don't try to be cute by tossing something across the line at Aaron either.
The next month that throws something at this stage, I'm gonna stop playing, I'm gonna point you out, and I'm gonna have everybody around you beat the
Maybe the same thing could be said about Brantley Gilbert, who at the end of a show jumped down in his crowd to protect his fans. Listen to the end when one of the women involved asks for a special favor.
Get him out!
Get him out! Get him out!
Get the fuck out! Settle down.
Did she just ask for a selfie?
Yes! The job never ends, I guess. Brantley actually talked to us about a worse fan fight he got into once. We don't have footage of this fight. Actually, Brantley said he expected to get sued, but because he was really deep in the crowd, no one could get video and make a big deal out of it. The description is pretty gnarly, though.
Our girl tried to pull my wedding ring off, and I kind of reached down, and I wasn't being mean to her. I was just kind of shaking my finger at her, letting her know, like, hey, please don't do that. And I guess, I don't know if the guy was trying to be funny or what happened, but he jumped and he like grabbed my arm and pulled me off stage, which isn't that big of a deal. There were a couple things that made it a big deal. One, there was like a young kid up on the rail, like somebody, I don't know why they do this, but parents bring their kids and they put them in the pit. And this particular night was crazy. It was, there were a bunch of fights in the pit. It was all nuts. And she had this kid standing on the rail in the pit. And anytime I go down on the floor off stage, people like surge forward, right? So one, I was scared that she was going to get trampled. And number two, I'd been watching UFC like all day. There was a pay-per-view fight that night. The prelims were on early. And I don't, honestly, all I remember is my feet touching the ground, and I remember crossing him up. And it just kind of, I think it surprised me as much as it did him, but he was really surprised.
By comparison, this moment from a Kenny Chesney concert is a breath mint. This moment with Tim McGraw shows he's not afraid to tangle. During a show, Tim saw something he didn't like and reached down and let the dude know with a fistful of t-shirt in his hands. There was another incident where Tim slapped a woman who was grabbing at him on stage. He explained it was kind of an instinct and they settled it amicably.
We skipped a few other decaf versions of fan fights, like when Chris Stapleton kicked a guy out or when Eric Church stopped his show to stop a fight.
Instead, we're offering a hand-on-hand combat, or at least descriptions of it. This was all inspired by this video. There are two different ways to look at this. Fans are out of control, or
fans have always been out of control.
Dude, I can't believe people are throwing such a fuss about getting stuff thrown at them, Evan. I've been getting shit thrown at me my whole career, dude. I played the Gathering of the Juggalos. Me and Yellow Wolf had a bottle rocket shot at us once. A bottle rocket. And a literal bottle whistling, phew, bottle rocket. And then Yellow Wolf had the audacity to say, I bet you can't hit me with a bottle rocket, and got dozens of them. He had to ask them to stop. They took it as a game then. It was like playing target practice with Yellow Wolf on stage with bottle rockets. I've been getting stuff, drugs, panties, bras, boots, hats, cell phones. I grew up playing in bars, dude. I've been getting shit thrown at me. I've had beers thrown at me. I've gotten fist fights. I've jumped off the stage and got in physical fist fights in the early days of our career. So, yeah, it's like if you're going to throw something at me, make it a Xanax bar, right?
Yeah.
Billy, go ahead and write the Jelly Roll gets hit with Xanax bar story up in advance. You know what's coming.
Consider it done.
I'm Addison Hager for Taste of Country, and if you like videos like this, let us know in the comments. We sure love making them.
There's a difference when you're with your buddies and y'all are flipping each other off.
Yes.
There's a difference when you're patting your buddy in the back and being stupid. That's funny. Okay, you're playing around. There's also a difference when you're trying to get somebody's vision like this, and you're doing this, and then you start flipping them off. And I can take it to a certain point. I'm an adult. I don't really care. I understand when you're a headliner, people at that point of the night, a lot of people are pretty sauced up and having a good time to whatever way they look to have a good time.
Yeah.
But when my kid comes out there to make a special presentation with me and sing a song, and like, that's a very special part of the show. Me having Jesse out there singing.
And you don't have to share that with fans. That's something that you're kind of letting as much as he
wants to do.